I love you.
I love you too.
Oh, I just love it. We brought you this heartwarming story of an unlikely friendship back in 2016. A West Hollywood man who was in his 20s befriended his 80-year-old neighbor, Norma, and then went on to become her caregiver until she passed away. Their incredible bond is now the inspiration for a new children's book, and I'm joined by Chris Salvatore, who is the author of Our Neighbor Norma, and I can't believe it's been that many years since we were together, and Norma was still alive. I know she passed a couple months later, but what inspired you to write My Neighbor Norma as a children's book?
So I'm moving back home to Pennsylvania, my hometown, Bucks County, and back there I'm Uncle Chris. So I have 3 nieces and 1 nephew, and just spending time with them and being around kids. I mean, I'm sure you know this, you really have to be present. And I feel like that was the one takeaway. If someone asked me, like, what did I take away from my experience with Norma? It would definitely be the ability to be present. And I feel like, you know, being a struggling actor in LA, I've lived in LA for 14 years, and kind of the hustle and bustle of it all, you kind of really lose track of just the internal dialogue and the internal kind of human experience. And with Norma, I was super present because I had to be. And I really learned that as well, being around my nieces and nephew. And I just thought it would be a really cool idea to kind of bring those worlds together in the book. I kind of tell it from the story of my younger self. So the boy in the story is a 10-year-old boy. And it just kind of shows our relationship and how special the bond was. So.
And that was the great thing about Norma. I remember you telling me that she would, you know, say, "Bye, Chris," as you would walk past her apartment. And so often here in LA, we're just so laser focused, we don't stop to talk to our neighbors. What did Norma teach you?
Wow. She really reminded me of the power of kindness and how it can have such a profound impact on not only us as individuals and the person that we may be helping, but I think also the community at large. Because when you told the story back in 2016, I remember receiving so many messages, and then it went kind of worldwide even after you guys did the story. And I just remember all these messages saying, like, wow, like, thank you so much for kind of reminding me that there is hope and goodness in the world. And there were so many messages like that, and also so many messages of people saying that I have a Norma that I kind of take care of. Like my elderly neighbor, I kind of do the same thing with. And it was just really nice to hear. And I feel like that kind of ripple effect can really kind of make an impact on society as a whole, and I think the world needs more of that.
And I think it's a reminder too that, you know, we have our family, which is so important, but you can have friends that become your chosen family. And I know that when Norma passed away, about 3-4 months after we did the story, you actually got her ashes. And what did she want to be done with them?
She wanted she wanted her ashes to be spread in Malibu in the water. She was always kind of a bougie lady, so she wanted that to be her resting space. So we had like a little experience to memorialize her and stuff like that. So it was really nice.
And so just in closing, what do you hope kids who read this book take away from it?
I really hope it inspires kids and even people of all ages, just the importance of intergenerational friendships. I think, you know, people talk about the loneliness epidemic, and especially in the elderly, I feel like there are a lot of elderly people who are just alone in their house and maybe even like shut-ins, kind of like Norma was. And just to have, like, even if it's just a casual hi as you walk by, like, I think it really can brighten people's days.
Yeah, thank you so much. And I love that Norma went from a shut-in to popping bubbly with you in bed and toasting. So thanks so much for coming in, and good luck with your move. Again, the book is My Neighbor Norma. It's out now. And Chris, thanks so much for joining us today. Jamie, back to you.